I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
Who's good girls?
Wow, chapter 7 out of 18 probably? 18 seems like a good amount of chapters for a Cthulhu game, right?
69.
Freud. I don't want to fuck my mom, sweats nervously. Puts book in pants.
She's hot, but I mean, if I didn't know it was her, if I walked into a dark room and all I saw was her titties, I would have plausible deniability.
If it was a glory hole situation, you see, it wouldn't be gay. Malus Bestiarium. Bestiality book.
This is right up my alley.
I'd fuck an octopus. Wait, bones. I'd fuck them too. Would you fuck a skeleton? What if she was really hot? Would you fuck Sans if it was a woman?
What did your ass look like when you were alive? So I can imagine.
Here, draw me a picture.
Can you tape this on your skull?
He takes the picture, he slaps it onto her hip bones, and he like tapes it there. There we go, I can make this work.
You could paper mache or any type of body you wanted.
What if you were transported to a reality where skin and organs didn't exist, only skeletons? Would you eventually take up a wife and try to fuck the skeleton? Or would you just die alone?
I mean, I guess you would have to at some point.
Well, I mean, you could just masturbate till you die, I mean... But do you think it feels better to rub against a skeleton?
They would only have bone pornography. I could.
You would have to become good at drawing. You would have to learn like perspective and shit. And be like, this is what a vagina used to look like.
I go to skeleton art school so I can learn to draw porn.
You're like, I would like 1 can of Pringles and 2 sponges and a glove. You're like, for what? And I'm like, I really want to clean my kitchen.
And I'm hungry.
I'm hungry, and also I like sponges, you know, unrelated. Oh, this window's real cool. Better look at it.
Why'd he stick his whole ass arm in like that?
Jekyll, why are you so angry? We gotta make food eventually. I'm getting hungry.
Okay, we'll wrap this up shortly.
Oh, this burglar's making me hungry.
Burgled these nuts.
Why the fuck did McDonald's introduce like 5 characters and one of them was a thief?
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing?
A star of Dave. I mean, a star.
A star of David.
Occultism. I barely knew her.
Charles Hawkins?
He was really surprised when he found that safe. I can't believe Cthulhu still hasn't shown up. He's in the name of the game.
Maybe the real Cthulhu was the friends we made along.
Shut up. Why did you move those books unprompted?
Because I saw in the memory that he put a thing back here.
What are these texts to Millie Bobby Brown doing here? We have not paid any attention to any of this. Are you following this story?
I believe so.
The guy's there to investigate occult happenings. He gets drunk. He investigates a fish warehouse. He gets kidnapped by cultists and thrown in an asylum. And now he's in a mansion again with a hot lady with a beauty mark. Try 3333333. No, actually, let me guess. 264. Now hit the open button.
I did.
Oh.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Yes, they're very sleepy.
I'm so fucking sleepy.
What if every single NPC you talk to is like, sorry, I'm a little sleepy right now. Come talk to me later. Everyone's yawning all the time. You're walking down the street. Persha gay.
No, I don't want to examine the bottom.
Then look at the other ones. You fucking
I'm trying.
Point your brain at the. No, you keep examining the same one. You did it like 5 times in a row.
ISIS?
Beheading? Editor, put a beheading video in here. For right here.
Uncensored.
Double uncensored. 4K upscale.
Yeah, use AI to make it 60 FPS, 120 FPS.
And then mod it into Sonic Adventure 2. Make it one of the animated textures. Make it every texture of the game.
Drake cylinder number 2 and 3.
Why is there so much in this? Cut it out. Cut the jokes out. Drake, we've been looking through your texts. He's already running at the door. Obi sees a bird outside.
Obi, it's okay, buddy.
ISIS unveiled. What, so they made them less Muslim?
They made them more Muslim.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the...
Shut up, that's such a gay analogy. We were all but checkers in God's game at the park. I crossed the threshold, I am now a queen. Brute force, one by one. Open door, one by one. After 5 failed attempts, the safe wiped its hard drive. Good job. You did it!
I figured the chess puzzle was more clever than counting up the number of white pieces, but...
That is pretty... No, it was how many people were around the queen, which was 3.
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that he mentioned the amount of people defending the queen. That's... I don't know if I'd call it clever, but it was a puzzle. It was gameplay.
Let me look in this book. Tentacles.
The Dutch.
Pentagrams.
The Dutch.
The Star of David.
Non-Euclidean architecture.
What is the Star of David doing in this book? Wait a minute.
Spanish?
Butthole? I mean eyeball? Oh, it's farting on me.
But I don't speak Spanish.
Anything but that.
Anything but the Dutch. No!
I have 2 hands now. What's happening?
Those are the Dutch out there.
If you could see through walls and it just looked like that permanently, would you learn to live with it?
The Dutch are a non-Euclidean people.
You got the book.
Oh, we're back in the thing.
She found you on the floor to saying like, oh, the Dutch. And she's like, okay, back to the asylum.
It's okay, Dad.
We're gonna take you back. They're gonna make you real comfy. Why is this game taking so long to load on a PS5 solid state drive?
Game saved.
You know what that means? Immediately. Didn't even wait for the cutscene to be over. Did not care.
I'm afraid it's been nibs years.
Whoa. Ring, who's that?
It's my boy. It's my buddy Cthulhu. He's calling.
Cyanide. Time to fucking kill ourselves again.
I wish.
We made that joke twice in the first hour. It was great. Last time, did I mention this game came out in 2018?
Yes.
Feels weird,
A few
right?
times. Yeah, it doesn't feel that old.
It's like modern contemporary indie, which is kind of like a time capsule nowadays, isn't it? It's like a void. It's like modern contemporary indie. When was Limbo released?
A long time ago.
2012? Or was that Inside Out? I don't remember the name.
Inside Out was 2014.
Isn't that the Pixar movie? Wait, what's the...
Inside. Limbo, I think, was 2006 or 2007.
It was Xbox Live Arcade the year before Summer of Arcade, which
It was
had like...
a very early one. I think it would have had to be 2007, I think.
I fucking love Summer of Arcade, by the way. The 2 years they did it in a row, then gave up.
Yep.
What were the games? It was Splosion Man and then like 4 others.
I don't remember all of them.
They were classics.
I know Splosion Man was one.
Oh no, woman. That's the
think
fisherman.
The year after, the Maw was one of them, and the Maw was made by the people who made Splosion Man as well, I believe.
What was the one by the Portal team? Like 2 developers from the Portal team, Quantum Conundrum.
Quantum Conundrum. That was a retail game.
I heard that was good.
Quantum Conundrum is really fun.
It's not retail. I thought it was arcade.
I don't think so.
Well, goddamn. Summer of Arcade had one game that I really liked, but I can't remember it. It's been so fucking long, so I'm gonna look it up. Castle Crashers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't believe Castle Crashers is getting brand new DLC soon. How old's the game, Aidan? 2008? That's what, 16 years?
Yep.
Tom Fulp right now is sitting sweatily at a computer typing, coding. Oh, I gotta get this
Battle Block's getting updates, and it's 13 years old.
Pit People and their other game. Battle Block, Castle Crashers, Pit People, and...
Alien Hominid is getting ported to
Invasion.
PlayStation.
The
and
Invasion.
Alien Hominid Invasion's getting... No, Alien Hominid HD and Invasion are both coming to PlayStation.
I hate PlayStation that you have to license everything and it takes fucking forever and they say no to a lot of people. But somehow you can buy like 2 million credits in like Fortnite and they don't give a fuck. I replayed Castle Crashers recently. It's still fun.
Yeah. It's incredible.
I do enjoy me.
It's just a good-ass game.
Behemoth very consistently makes very good games. I never played Pit People, though. Turn-based, was it like Hex?
Yeah, it's like a board game strategy game. I haven't played it yet either, but I would like to at some point.
I remember when it came out, I'm like, I hope Stamper is in this one too. That's why Battle Block was good. Because Stamper was in it.
Yep, that's how they did it.
He was in there as like a mob voice, like a ha-ha kind of thing.
You could put Stamper in any game and it'd be good.
What is Stamper up to right now?
What if we hired Stamper to re-record all of Bubsy's lines for Bubsy 3D?
I'm pretty sure I'm in Stamper's server.
Make
I could
the
message
Stamper
him.
mod.
I can message him right now.
I'll give you $100 for crack if you say all these Bubsy 3D lines.
I added him to my Stamper creepypasta that I uploaded on Newgrounds, but he never accepted the invite, so RIP.
Savage.
I think it was a funny creepypasta where Stamper collides into me with a 94 Plymouth Acclaim. I was going to make another one with Rice Pirate as the main subject, and I was going to call it In the Lion's Den with Rice Pirate. Do you know the beef, the drama? So Rice Pirate fucked Oni's, I think it was ex-girlfriend, so I don't think they were together, but Rice Pirate was with her for a little bit, and then they were at like a Smiling Friends premiere or something, and Rice Pirate shook Chris's hand, and then later on a phone call was like, I was really in the lion's den right there, if you know what I mean. I had taken his woman or something. And he's just going like, it was a real alpha move. And I'm like...
Everyone steals Oni's girlfriends.
I feel bad for Oni. He gets to fuck hot women and then they leave him for some reason.
He's getting cucked by Ellis Mark currently. How do you recover from that? How do you recover from being cucked by the Sonic Autist YouTube man?
So I watched every episode of Family Guy and also fucked Chris's girlfriend. Imagine.
I watched ranking every Sonic X episode with Oni's ex-girlfriend.
Wow, I fuck her. I feel bad for Oni. I feel bad for Zach, too, to an extent. All the early Newgrounds animators are cursed, you see.
What happened to Zach?
Something eventually. Is that too real?
He has to look like Zach.
And sound like Zach. But he turned that to his advantage. People love hearing Zach now.
Yeah.
His funny screams are pretty funny.
Always have.
Oni, I feel especially bad for. He started making a game during COVID, and we're still waiting.
Yeah, Bobo's never gonna come out.
Bobo's over party. He was talking about the lead up as soon as like 2018 when he did
I
like
remember.
The revival with Ding Dong and Julian before they
remember.
left or whatever. I forget the timeline.
I remember Bobo's been...
When did fucking Ding Dong and Julian come back as like a surprise guest out of nowhere to finish a bunch of series? Bart's Nightmare Oni plays? No, don't autoplay the fucking video. I don't want the complete series. I want episode 1. 3 years ago, the exact date is 2021, March. A year after COVID started.
We haven't even really seen anything of Bulbo.
The trailer dropped in 2021 or 2020.
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
It was available for wishlist in 2020, and since then has not been updated. Well, he knew the trappings. Like, you talk about the game like for a year straight, and people are like, "Where's the game?" It's the same with animations, where they're like, "When's your next animation?" So you just don't talk about it, and that's perfectly acceptable. But 4 years, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Nightmare.
Look, Behemoth said in their stream thing,
You're not
right?
looking so good, mister.
They said in their...
He's not even breathing or moving at all.
Behemoth, out of nowhere, had a Steam sale and a roadmap stream dropped like a week's notice ahead. And then out of fucking nowhere, during that stream last Friday, they were like, oh, by the way, DLC's coming out for Castle Crashers. We're unleashing the frame rate on Battle Block and also a shit ton of refinements to the code and shit. And we're updating Castle Crashers character art and weapon art for no reason.
And also, Pod People will get something someday.
Pit People is getting I think it's a refinement update. What are they called? Where it's like the engine works better.
Yeah.
Battle Block, and all the games really, since they were made in Flash, can be infinitely scaled. You could theoretically make like an 8K version of Castle Crashers for funsies.
Yeah.
Would you? I would. In a second. God damn, freckles. It's the gold glasses that don't have any shading on them that are really turning me on right now. I love it when things don't have light maps on them. But that's pretty funny. Dan Paladin, I wonder whose idea it was to have Dan just redraw everything from Castle Crashers. Do you think it's been like bugging
has
him?
to have been Dan.
You
No
think it's
one
been
else.
bugging him for like 16 years? Where he's like, oh, I really want to redraw Castle Crashers.
That's absolutely what happened. Because who would go to their friend and be like, you know what? We're going to make you do a fucking ton of work for a game that came out 16 years ago. No.
Look, if Tom
Only
Fulp,
he would decide to do something that asinine.
if Tom Fulp came to me and said, I need you to do 80 hours of unpaid work, I'd be like, where do I sign Tom Fulp? He's super nice. I've interacted with him a few times. He's super chill and awesome and polite. He's great. Dan was, I guarantee it was Dan's like, I really want to fucking draw. Do you think he just one day showed up to Tom Fulp's house, like knocked on his door, he's like, I'll read you everything. Castle Crashers. Here's the USB. Tom was like, okay.
No, he comes up with a big book and he's like, I need to use your digitizer.
I need to use your cell animator. It's so weird, just out of nowhere they're updating. It's paid DLC too, which I have no problem with, but this far down the road, and there's still like 2 paid DLCs already for like 2 playable characters that are basically free. Although the update does look fucking sick as shit. Where you can create your own character and it animates it. I don't know how they're doing that. Apparently, if you just put the eyes, it'll animate the eyes or something. There's AI magic,
Some
maybe.
wizardry, man.
I don't think it is AI because Tom doesn't like AI, so who knows? But then fucking Battle Block. Hopefully he's getting a level pack that we can finish. We can blitzkrieg. That'd be funny. And then, do you think they got Stamper back? Because they use archival footage in like the reveal trailer for the update. Do you think they got Stamper back? Do you think they kidnapped him and dragged him into a voice booth?
They tracked him down.
They say, all right, Stamper, read the script.
They put a box with a stick propping it up and a little bag of crack under there.
Stamper's like, ooh. And then they just recorded the struggle as they fit him in the van, and that's what they're gonna use. Tom Fulp is like carving Stamper's name into his arm. He's like, I need you to do a little bit more work for me, bud. Stamper was on a podcast not too long ago with Newgrounder Alistair, which who I have interacted with as well on his podcast, which is weird because it was like 2023 in November, not that long ago, and it's like, is Stamper even like conscious for that at that point? We're so far into this decay.
Stamper is he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Did I tell you about playing 20 questions with Stamper?
You briefly told me.
So what happened was Stamper, one day, out of the blue, just appeared in the Newgrounds podcast server, which is just kind of like the Newgrounds server. I don't know if there's an official one. But he just showed up in the voice chat, and then like 30 people went into the voice chat with him, and then he, for no reason, just started playing 20 questions and nothing else. He would not answer any questions about his personal life. He didn't talk about anything. I think it was if you won the game, you got to ask him one question. And that was it. It was so fucking out of nowhere. But here's the thing. Somebody left the voice chat at one point, and someone thought Stamper had left, and he's like, wow, it's so weird seeing his decay in real time. And then Stamper was still there. And everyone just pretended he didn't say it. Didn't that guy die in the tentacle pit with all the cultists?
We thought he did,
No, he lived?
but here he is.
What if he's actually Cthulhu right now? We don't know.
Let me see your badge.
It takes it off his hat. He holds it for her. She's like, oh, okay. I love Newgrounds. I'm such a Newgrounder, you see. I really, truly am John Newgrounds. But the whole point of this conversation was they also said, and more news on a brand new game on the horizon. And
That's true.
I was like, is it going to be Nightmare Cops? What if it's like...
Nightmare Cops is into Behemoth.
Isn't it?
I don't think
Tom
so.
Fulp. It might as well be Behemoth. What if it's just Castle Crashers 1.5 and it's like more DLC?
Castle Crashers 2, baby.
I would love Castle Crashers 2 with like a full 6-hour campaign. That'd be so great.
Now, who knows what to expect? They haven't made 2 games in the same genre yet.
I fucking love Dan Paladin's modern style. It's phenomenal. I sent you those pictures of him redrawing Pokemon.
Yes.
That was fucking... I like his faces. They're all silly. Love me some Dan Paladin art. You saw the new, like, teaser for the art update for Chaos Squashers, right? Where it was just, different... Oh god, I have to go into Twitter. I have to go on my bookmarks. I have to avoid news about Dr. Disrespect. Because then we can't monetize the video in 30 years. What did he do? Oh no.
Can anyone in the comments tell me what Dr. Disrespect did?
Tell me what you think about Dr. Disrespect in the comments.
Was Dr. Disrespect right about the This guy broke his back.
Oh, that sucks, bro.
Would you kiss his back better if he asked you?
What if it did heal him, though? We have to try. Mwah. Wow, I feel...
Stands up again.
I feel better. Oh no, my penis broke. You gotta kiss that, make it better too. But what if you had that ability to kiss a boo-boo and it's better? How far would you take that? Like someone's got like a infected pus gash in their side from when they got stabbed, but if you kiss it, it will get better.
Do they have to be alive? Can I go kiss the bone fragments from 9/11 and bring it right back?
What would they do? They'd wake up, they're like, oh, wait, where am I?
It's been 23 years.
Welcome to the future.
Good news and some bad news. Do you remember the World Trade Center?
Yes, I worked on the 80th floor.
We have a new one.
Not anymore.
We have a new one.
How do you feel about the Sears Tower?
Now let me tell you about this thing called the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How would you explain that to someone who came back from the dead?
I'm sorry, but the first thing you tell someone who just woke up from, like, a metaphorical coma... Now, Iron Man 1 came out in 2008.
I have 60 movies to talk about, so let's make this brief.
Is it actually 60? That's not far off, is it?
I don't know how many it is.
It's a lot. It's a fucking lot. Jesus Christ. But imagine a Redditor revives someone and that's the first thing they do. And the guy's like, can I just check on my wife? You're like, no. I gotta tell you about Iron Man 2. He's like, please, I'm so hungry.
I haven't eaten in 23 years.
Look, no, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna talk about Thor 2.
There will be a quiz at the end of this, and then I'll feed you.
That will decide whether or not you get to continue living. How would you explain memes to a 2001er? They had internet memes in the late 90s. They had Can I Has Cheeseburger in like early 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, you can also just be like,
We now get our comedy.
It's like how does the chicken cross the road,
Haha, except
it just
it's
spread
a picture.
everywhere.
It's a picture with words. How do you explain the modern internet to someone from that era? They had flip phones and shit. my Nokia's not recharging. Oh ho ho.
Nowadays,
We use a Samsung.
you can look at porn on your phone. You don't have to buy magazines anymore.
The minute we discovered porn on the phone, all of our screens got bigger every year.
That's why they keep getting bigger. There's no other reason.
Oh, I miss the days where it's like the iPod Touch XXL or whatever, where it's like 30-inch screen in your pocket. But you couldn't really do anything with it because you couldn't just play MP4s. You had to convert it to like another Apple format to play videos.
Yeah, you gotta switch it over to dot and move.
And it had like a 4 gigabyte like memory, so it's like your library is already mostly taking that up. So I mean, to put a video on that, which is already uncompressed, like
You need a tool
5 gigs for 5 minutes.
You need a tool to turn this wheel.
Oh my fucking god! Do you remember?
Fucking woman.
Do you remember Trump? Don't leave it in.
Leave it in.
All 3 women viewers are gonna stop getting horny over me.
Okay, find a tool.
They're all old ladies. I still haven't given the green light on the commission from Maniac. I'm not entirely like set in stone on what I want for the thumbnail. I'm sure he'll blow it out of the water. I love his art style.
Yeah, he does great work.
He's phenomenal.
You were talking about the big iPod that you had to convert files to dot and move.
Yeah, for some, I hate Mac and Apple and all that stupid shit.
Don't we all?
Proprietary files. Go fuck yourself. My Nokia phone isn't charging. How's Iraq doing?
Oh, I got some news for you, buddy.
Would you believe?
We lost.
Oh.
We lost.
Imagine losing a war.
Who's the president? Who's the president?
Obama was the chillest motherfucker. Holy shit. I want to have a beer with Obama. Sit down,
You want to give a blowy to Obama?
Be like, what's cracking, man? And he'd be like, who the fuck are you?
You have a chance with Obama.
And then Secret Service would tackle me and stun me. Hit me with the taser.
I'm supposed to follow this pipe?
Haha, pipe.
Like the one I gave your uncle.
Shut up. This is my show. How dare you make me look fucking bad? I feel like we're all over the place with conversation topics. We started with Tom Fulp. The new game could be Nightmare Cops. I'd assume it's Behemoth in some regard.
I don't think, like, the other Behemoth staff are involved with it.
Yeah, but it's only 6 people, and one of those 6 people is Tom Fulp. Actually, I think
Sure.
it might be like 8 people. I would like to talk to Tom Fulp, a short conversation at a bar, because I don't think I could hold a real conversation with him. He's the kind of guy where I could be like, do you want to be on my podcast? And he'd be like, sure, why not? Fuck it. I've got an hour in the morning every day.
I can get out of the gym early today for you, Grant.
Tom Fulp is pretty yoked for what he is.
Yeah.
He's a lean, mean. He's got a little muscle. He's like me right now. He's got a little bit of muscle. He's got 2 loving kids and a wife that is super polite.
And she's black.
And she's what? No. When the Newgrounds podcast shifted hosts again, actually, I think it might have been the first time, to new hosts who also did what the old host did and never uploaded anything because it's too much work, and I don't blame them. They interviewed Tom Fulp as part of as a new episode. Like, here's the new host passing the torch. And they got Tom Fulp to admit that he sometimes, occasionally, once in a while, picks front page features while he's on the toilet. And they were like screaming like, yes, yes, he said it. He poo-pooed. And the whole time, Tom, politest man in the world, says, so anyway, as I was saying,
Found a wrench.
this isn't an apple pie. I don't know how this works. You ever have those moments where you're like something incredibly rare has occurred and you're only just now realizing it?
Oh, I see. Kind of, yeah.
Like?
Don't put me on the spot.
I didn't eat bacon till I was working at Perkins. What was that? I was 19? No, 21. I was 20 and 21 and I tried bacon for the first time. I'm like, I wonder what all the fuss is about.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I never
You
had bacon.
never had bacon
Never.
until you were 21?
Never. I was
Honestly?
20 or 21.
Bacon kind of overrated. I like bacon,
Bacon's amazing.
but I would rather have a nice breakfast sausage anytime.
Bacon truly is perfect. Every part of the pig just tastes so good. Wait a minute, stenography. I can do that. Secretary
Does anyone
work.
need... Does anyone need...
Does anyone need their files organized?
Does anyone need minutes recorded on a meeting?
She's sweating profusely like, I haven't filed anything in 10 minutes. Anything rare happen in your life? Anything like a meteor fell in front of you and a little alien crawled out?
Never anything that crazy. I've seen ducks fucking before.
Oh no, it's one of these. I love these. Yeah, okay, you got it. Okay, but it's backwards. Fuck you. How dare you solve the puzzle and make me look
Sarah
stupid?
Hawkins interview.
I'd write about this in Albuquerque.
I better get out of here before that bitch comes back.
How the fuck have we played for like an hour and no plot has happened yet?
Because I got lost in the nursing home.
I'm obviously playing this up for the camera. Good job. Call of Cthulhu
Search
developers.
Fuller's house.
Call of Cthulhu developers, good job.
Oh, there's something
Good
else.
job.
There's something else to find. In
Why
the
aren't you
office that
fucking
I missed.
clapping?
Can you do the one-handed clap? It wants me to search further, so there must be another puzzle here.
So you saw ducks fucking, and that's the rarest moment in your life. Like,
I don't know if it's the rarest. I'm trying to think. You're putting me on the spot here.
all my fucking luck is wasted on video games. Hear me out. Okay, I had like 3 major occurrences, which I only remember one, but Fallout 4, love it or hate it, I enjoyed it. Fuck you. I got a bleeding shotgun as my first legendary drop. See, what happens is the bleeding effect is applied to every pellet, and there's like 12 pellets per shot. So one shot of the shotgun killed pretty much everything for the whole game, or 2 or 3. And I'm like, this game is really fucking easy. What?
I mean, Fallout 4 is easy even if you don't have that. But
This
yes.
is true. But I also had shit like that happen all the fucking time, where I get like perfect runs on my first try for no reason. And everyone's like, this part's really hard. And I'm like, wow, that was fucking easy.
I got a shiny Smeargle and Emerald.
Yeah, that's another thing. I've only ever gotten a legit shiny like twice, And you get them like every fucking playthrough.
Yeah, I have quite a few now.
Every time you upload a Pokemon video, you're like, and I found 3 shinies for my team. I'm like, fuck you. I had to grind for my shiny Spinarak. The first legit shiny that I found in the wild was on a modded version of the game. It didn't change shiny rates, but it did change like spawns. You know, put Totodile in the Safari Zone. And I found a shiny Totodile. I'm like, this is my first legit Pokemon shiny in the like 12 years I've been playing Pokemon. And you're like, so anyway, I got 6 shinies of my Emerald playthrough.
Here's my shinies.
Fuck you. I would have loved a shiny Tentacruel, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, shiny Tentacruel's cool as hell. To be fair, I only ever get them in the post game. I never get them to actually use on my team.
Because the main game takes like 5 hours to beat. Fair enough.
Yeah. I didn't get any Coliseum shinies.
What's your favorite shiny? Well, hold on. That's a whole bag of fucking worms you just opened. The shiny math on Coliseum is weird because there's 2 different times. So, okay, when they're first spawned, you see, right? They can be shiny, but if you catch them, they won't be shiny. Because it's technically a different
No, they will
Pokemon.
be shiny the first time.
But they won't be shiny if you catch them.
No, the first time they spawn, if they're shiny, they'll stay shiny. But the second time that they spawn, they get their number regenerated, and they can show up shiny. But if you catch them, they'll revert from shiny.
And it's also different rates.
Also, if they're shiny the first time and you don't catch them, then the second time they can show up not shiny. And if you catch them the second time, then when you catch them, they would be shiny.
Not to mention shinies in the first gen, which is to say, you don't know they're shiny till you transfer them into the second gen.
Yes, and in Gen 1, you can only get shinies from certain encounters because of how IVs are generated in those games. So in Gen 1, you can only get shinies from fixed encounters, which would be the legendaries and Snorlax, fishing, and I think there's one more.
You can get a Ditto to dupe a shiny.
True.
If you take your shiny Gyarados.
I got a Gen 1 shiny when I was playing Japanese Blue.
I remember.
I got the horsey.
You said it on your video, and I'm like, fuck you. You lucky motherfucker.
Every time I got done with a session, I'd open PK Hex and see if I'd gotten anything cool, and I was like, shiny horsey, what the fuck?
Fuck you.
And then I transferred that up to my crystal save and evolved it into a Kingdra.
You can dupe a shiny in Gen 1
You can dupe anything in Gen 1.
by transferring a shiny back with the Wayback Machine or whatever the fuck it's called, and then getting a Ditto to copy it, and then there's a glitch where you can get the Ditto to transform again, and it copies IV stats, and then that's a shiny Ditto now. It can also happen with Mew, but those are the only 2 because they.
Yeah, but I think in order to make the Ditto transform a second time, you have to have it transform specifically into a Mew because it can't copy Ditto. So you'd have to get it to transform into a transform Mew because those are the only 2 Pokemon that can learn transform.
It's a glitch, and I don't know how it works properly, but yeah, it is a thing. I saw that on YouTube Shorts. I love YouTube Shorts. Oh my god, I'm a zoomer, aren't I?
No, I get sucked into YouTube short black holes from time to time.
How do you feel about clean water? How do you feel about doom scrolling?
We all fall for it sometimes.
I doom scroll all the time without realizing it. I'll just lay in bed in the morning and be like, oh, okay, I'll get up in 5 minutes, and then it's been an hour.
I've managed pretty well to brute force my YouTube recommendations or my YouTube short recommendations into almost entirely showing me cooking stuff, and I've actually learned some pretty cool things.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how you have the hidden talent of cooking.
Yeah.
To anyone who's never seen Aidan cook, for realsies, because we did do that shorts, what's it called?
The potato chips from TV.
Aidan, it's ETV, that's what it was.
ETV, yeah. You made it, how are you forgetting?
I didn't animate it, I just put the clips together.
Uh-oh.
To anyone who doesn't know, Aidan actually knows how to cook pretty darn good.
Yeah?
Probably better than most.
Yeah, I'm a pretty decent cook.
You're in the top 10 percentile for sure.
I actually learned a lot at Norman Quack's.
Oh, Quack's.
Yeah.
Of all the places.
Well, the owner of Norman Quack's, for as much of dicks as all the people who work there are, and the owners, he was a huge douchebag, but...
I'm sorry, but he drew the revolver and he twitched with it like a... He was like, no. Norman Quack's owners were dicks.
The owner actually went to culinary school, and he was a pretty smart guy about things, and I actually learned a good deal from him.
Owner of the location or the franchise?
I like how this is not a timed choice. This guy's a gun in my face.
Strength. Yes.
We can beat him down.
Yes. You're gonna regret it. Do it. We have 4. Shoots immediately. We die.
Bang.
Give me that. I'm playing now. Put the little drawing of me in the corner so the audience knows that I'm playing the fucking video game like Game Grumps. There was a video on Twitter where a guy, as an experiment, followed a toddler around. His toddler, not weird. He followed his kid around for 30 minutes without interruption and just let them wander. And it's like watching Game Grumps play a game because they literally just go back and forth and do nothing and like climb into a fountain, then climb out of the fountain, then go to another fountain. Hold on. Unlock button means good. What you got down there? I like your pants. They're very punk rock.
I think the most telling thing I learned about cooking at Norman Quack's was I was working grill one day.
Yeah.
And he came up to me and said, "Don't put the burger there. Put it at the top right corner." Yeah, we need his help. Sure.
Okay. Oh God, we changed the ending. No, we're gonna be an alcoholic.
It was like an actual like wood fire grill.
Oh.
With like the ridges and the whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, why should I put it there? Like, what's the benefit? And he said, I don't know. I just have a feeling. And I said, okay. That was the most telling thing I ever learned about cooking is that you kind of just go with your gut, you roll with it, and it'll usually turn out.
Here's a fun thing.
Oh, you're giving it back.
I made 3 2 dialogue decisions. Put the little thing in the corner that says Aidan is playing now. All right, leave it up the whole episode. Make it bigger every second. Increase size by 0.01%.